Howdy, howdy. What is going on? It is Team Hex again with another pickup video, and this time I've got a ton of stuff, so I'm going to try to go over this quickly. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to break this into 2 videos, but it'll probably be 1 video on YouTube, but I'll probably have to do 2 clips. So, man, let's just get going, because it's been, believe it or not, it was a really slow last 3 weeks. I didn't go garage selling at all. Didn't feel like doing anything. I had 2 bad weeks in a row when I was garage selling, and it really put me in a bad mood. So I just didn't do it. I've been popping by resale shops, haven't found anything up until this past week. So let me go over a couple things I picked up a little while ago. Some PC games here, just some real quick stuff. These are all 25 cents each, so that's the reason I bought them. Star Wars Dark Forces on PC. I think it's an older Star Wars game. Descent. I think this is more of a demo than anything else. The first 3 levels of Descent. We got You Don't Know Jack. And Microsoft Office for $95. Now, I don't know if this is the first version of Microsoft Office or not. I should know. You would think so, since I'm in the business. But offhand, I do not know if that's the original one. I thought it was kind of cool. It's complete. It has the key. It has everything. 25 cents. Why the hell not, right? So let's get those out of the way. The next thing here, you know, I do a lot of thrifting and resale shops and things like that. And, you know, a lot of things I run across. A lot of people I run across, they ask, you know, hey, let me get your number and write it down, and, you know, write down that you're interested in video games. And I usually give people my number, but to be honest with you, it almost never works out. I mean, seriously, they never call. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. So, I got actually, one time, and this is the one, I got a call from a resale shop, and they said, hey, I've got a, you know, Nintendo 64 over here with, like, a couple games and the controller and the wires and everything, and said, all right, well, what do you think you're going to want for it? And the guy was like, well, I'm thinking like $20. And so I said, you know what, $20. If I'm not mistaken, he said he had 4 games with the console and a controller. I'm pretty sure that's more than worth that. So let me go over there and take a peek. So go over there and take a peek, look at everything. And you know, this is all hooked up and running. He shows me it's working. It actually had the expansion pack. Now I put the jumper pack in there, but that's just because I put the expansion pack in my N64 that I play. So it did come with the expansion pack and everything, and Star Fox 64, Hey You Pikachu, Battle Tanks, and Ready to Rumble Boxing, which is a really fun game. I don't know if I remember playing it on N64 though. I remember playing it on something, but so anyways, I'm talking to the guy, asking him if he has another controller for it. He says, no, I don't. It's just what you see here, and I'm like, well, you take $15 for it. And the guy accepted my offer. So for $15, got that. Came with an expansion pack, 4 games. I mean, this one alone I wanted bad. I've actually been looking for Star Fox 64 for a while, and actually I'm looking for pretty much anything, but it's something I don't come across as often as you would think. So paid $15 for that, which I thought was really cool. So moving on here. So the next thing, this one's probably from about, I want to say like 2 weeks ago. Found it at a resale shop. You know, didn't really pay attention to what was inside of this thing. Just knew, hey, you know, they're selling it. They had it marked for $15. I made an offer of $10. They took it. It comes with the hookups and everything. 1 controller, 1 zapper, and the manual. And so I bought it. Didn't even think anything about it. And then I took it home and I said, I was like, you know what? I should check and see if there's a game in here. So I did. And look what's inside. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So, you know, the harder version to find of Punch-Out. I think they go for around $15. So, really cool there. For $10, I mean, the game itself is totally worth it. And then you get the whole console, which I don't know if it works. I've never tested it. I need to clean it. I need to clean both this N64 and this NES because I haven't cleaned or tested either. I'm fairly certain they both work. The NES obviously is going to have some issues, but that's... We all know how that works, right? Anyone that's ever owned an NES knows the trouble you have with the pins and everything like that. So, all right. Sorry, I'm like burping here. Sorry. So this, basically a week or 2 goes by. This is all I find, and I'm kind of getting a little upset because I put a lot of work in to just find these 2, and except for this one, obviously the guy called, but I'm putting tons of work in, leg work in. I'm wasting gas. I'm doing all kinds of stuff, and it's just really bothering me. So this past Wednesday, I decide, hey, I'm gonna go pop by one of my favorite resale shops, and I walk in and I'm looking and I don't see this. There's a big crate full of controllers and I don't really pay attention to it because there's usually one that's there. Well, today this time I actually, after I passed it, I paid attention because I saw some shit in here that immediately caught my eye. And the first thing was in fact, let me just take this out because, so in a bag, in like a gallon Ziploc bag, is this, the Sega Master System 2 with 2 controllers, the hookups, and this game, complete in box. All of that, and it was priced, there were 2 prices on it. There was a $12 price and a $4 price. The $12 price had been marked out. So what I assumed happened was that somebody tried to sell this at a garage sale, and nobody bought this for $12. So they donated it to the resale shop. The resale shop put $4 on it. I came by, I scooped it up for $4. So this is a Sega Master System 2. I didn't even know this existed. I've only seen the Sega Master System 1. And I know what that looks like, and I've seen it many times. No, well, not out in the wild, but I've seen it online. But I had never seen a Sega Master System 2. So I was just like ecstatic. And I've looked it up, and they go for a pretty good amount on eBay, not bad. So I buy that for $4, and I'm well, first off, I put it to the side, and I keep going through this damn box or this crate, because this damn crate has, well, I'm about to go over it. This crate has some insane stuff in it. Stuff that you don't find. I'm sorry, you don't find this shit. So let me start slow. I'm going to start with stuff that's kind of semi-common, and it's not that big of a deal. So I find a Sega Genesis, multi-port here, where you can, game tap, multi-tap, whatever you want to call them. So that's one. And so I'm thinking, okay, and that was $1. That's cool. And then start going through, and I go, yeah, what's this? Oh, cool, a Sega Saturn controller with 6 buttons, a smaller one. That's cool. Never seen that. In fact, I've never seen anything Sega Saturn, period, until I saw this. Right next to it, Sega Saturn controller, large one. It's got the large joystick, the triggers. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably one of the first consoles that had the triggers and the analog joystick like that. So I'm thinking, that's cool. I keep looking. And by the way, each one of these controllers is $2. So you can't really pass that up. That's just one of those things where you see it and you go, holy crap. So the next thing I see is a 3DO mouse, a Panasonic 3DO mouse next to a Panasonic 3DO controller. And at this point, I'm just ecstatic. I'm thinking in my own head, like, hey, there has got to be other shit in this shop that goes to this. There's no way that there's all these controllers and there's nothing else, in here to go with it. So, see those, and then one last controller that immediately caught my eye, Atari Jaguar controller with 2 different inlays, Wolfenstein 3D and Baldi's, I guess. Baldi's, I'm not really 100% what that is, but these overlays are cool. I immediately kind of knew what it was. I've been studying up on these types of the lesser consoles, I guess you could call them, stuff you just don't find. So I found it, and I'm going, man, this is just too good to be true. There has got to be more in here, and I'm pressing my luck already. I'm sure this lady's getting really annoyed. So I picked up the Sega Master System complete with the 2 controllers and a game, $4. The rest of it I picked up for $2 a piece. I think it wound up being, shit, I don't know. But actually, some of those weren't even $2 a piece. Like the mouse was $1, the multi-tap was $1, just stuff like that. So really crazy. This lighting is just not good in here. Oh, nice. You can raise the brightness on here. Now that is really cool. So, anyways, so that goes by. I find that on Wednesday, past Wednesday, and I'm thinking, man, I go to the store, I try to find everything there. I'm asking this lady questions. This lady never answers questions for me. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but she can be just so fucking lazy about it. I don't even think she prices the shit, and if she does, she definitely doesn't look it up, which is okay, because I obviously can take advantage of that situation, but it just annoys me that she knows I come in there 2 to 3 times a week. She sees me, she says hi to me, she knows me, but she doesn't think to put stuff aside or mention it to me when I walk in the store, and she doesn't seem to really put any time into giving a shit about what it is that's actually coming in the store. So, kind of annoyed me. I asked her about 3-4 questions before I left after going through that entire store. Do you happen to have the consoles to go with this? Do you know if there's anything else that came with this? Do you know if somebody donated this? Is there a box somewhere? I'm asking everything I can because, there's 3 consoles you just don't find, which are the Atari Jaguar, the Sega Saturn, and the 3DO. I'm thinking if I can find like a 3DO, dude, I'm in good shape. So I was so excited about that, but no, unfortunately, she's like, no, that's it. We don't have games. We don't have consoles for it. Sorry. So I'm thinking, all right, whatever. You know what? I had pretty good luck finding those controllers. You know what? I'm going to go out this Saturday. I'm going to do some garage sailing. I'm going to go garage sailing. I'm going to try to find some stuff. hopefully it winds up good. So, so basically fast forward to today, this morning, I go garage sailing, and it's kind of a semi-slow morning, although there's a ton of sales. We hit quite a few sales, maybe a couple dozen, and basically I find barely anything. I go to one sale, and they have these 2 third-party GameCube controllers with really good sticks on them. Normally I do not buy third-party stuff just because, just for the principle of wanting something that's OEM, but in this case I couldn't pass it up because, you know what, I've got a GameCube, but I can't play it at all because I have no controllers, and I've basically been in that position for quite a while. So, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna see what they want. So, one of the garage sales, I talk to them. I say, how about, $5 for both controllers? She says yes. So $250 a controller. I think one's a Mad Catz. They're both Mad Catz. Yeah, they both have the same kind of grip, and they both say Mad Catz. One's really small, though. This one fits my girlfriend's hand. This one fits mine. And so I see that, and then they also have a couple DS games. Nothing special at all, but I knew my girlfriend liked Uno, and I knew that she didn't have very many DS games. So I asked them how much for this one, and they said $2. So offered them $1 for it. So for $6, I got this Uno DS game, which is complete in box, and works and everything, tested it already. So got that, thinking, okay, it's alright, it's okay, start of the morning, nothing amazing, but I do got some GameCube controllers now, so that's fucking awesome, So then I'm going, and I meet some guy at some garage sale, and I ask for games, and he goes, yeah, I think I got some in there, and he goes, I got quite a bit of PlayStation 3 stuff, are you interested in buying a console? And I could already tell the guy didn't seem to really want to work on the prices very much, so I was like, no, I'd be more interested in the games. So he brought these games out. There's quite a few here, and basically there's about 20 games total when he brought them out, and I offered him $20 for it, and he said there's no way he can do that. So I was thinking, okay, that's fine, I understand, And so after he says that, he goes, well, if I pull a couple games out, does that sound good? And I'm like, well, I mean, it depends on what games they are and what, just etc. Basically, I don't know what games you're about to pull out, so I can't tell you whether or not I'm interested in the games unless you tell me what you're going to pull out. So he pulls out Gran Turismo 6 and Little Big Planet on PlayStation 3. I already have Little Big Planet, so I don't really give a shit too much about that. I really kind of wanted Gran Turismo 3. That's the one I put to the side with Rayman Origins. I was thinking, ooh, I kind of want that. So, in fact, where the hell is Rayman Origins? I could have sworn it was in here somewhere. Where the hell did you go? Did my girlfriend take it? Am I just blind? No, I'm not blind. She must have taken it somewhere. She must be wanting to play it. So, anyways, oh no, there it is, right there. Rayman, fucking whatever. I'm an idiot, right? Bah. I don't know. I'm not doing a very good video right now. Sorry, guys. It's just so much to say. So I'm talking to the guy and everything. He takes out Little Big Planet. He takes out Gran Turismo 6. And he's like, how about 25 for that? And I'm like, I was like, well, there's 18 games. I'm like, so it's not a terrible deal. But I was like, how about 20? In fact, so he went up on the price after taking 2 games. And I told him I really wanted both those games. In fact, those are the games I wanted. So if you could do 20, I think I could do that. So, yeah, basically for $20, I picked up all these 18 PlayStation 3 games we got. Let me just go over them. Why not, right? That's kind of what these videos are about. So we got Battlefield 3 Limited Edition. We've got Brothers in Arms. I'm going to have to figure out how to put this damn camera. I really wish I had a tripod, right? Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I actually already have that game on 360. Shaun White Snowboarding. Let's see. Let me just, you know what? Let me just take this entire stack, right? Probably be way easier. Stuntman Ignition, Madden 09. I think this is Starhawk, I think it's called. Yeah, Starhawk. Yeah, Starhawk on PS3. Never played it, never even heard of it. We got, these are the, actually this one right here is one of the ones that's worth the most in this lot, which is the Complete Saga. Lego Star Wars, I'm sorry, the Complete Saga. Can't wait to play that. Looks pretty cool. I know they're kind of kids games, but I actually enjoyed the Marvel one a lot. Need for Speed Shift. Not a huge fan of racing games. Rayman Origins, kind of cool. I saw it and was like, I kind of want that one. That was one of my games that I kind of really wanted. Mag. I'm not really sure what this is, but I think it's an online. Is it online only? Yeah, multiplayer online only, and it says it can do up to like 250 players or 256 players. But that's insane, dude. That's It's insane for a console. I know for PC there's a couple games out there like that. Blazing Angels, Squadrons of World War II. I actually have this on Wii. I picked this up for 25, or picked the Wii version up for 25 cents. Picked this one up for right under $1. Obviously, Indiana Jones. That's pretty cool. Lego Indiana Jones. I kind of want to try this one out too. LucasArts owns this one, or did own this one. I'm assuming it's Disney now, but looks kind of cool. You know, fan of Indiana Jones. Assassin's Creed, pretty cool. I think I have this one on the 360. Actually, I think I have every Assassin's Creed on the 360. I got a really good deal on all of those. Warhawk, the guy was really playing this game up to me, telling me this game's great, but I looked and it says multiplayer only, which makes me go, well, what the hell, man? I kind of like single-player campaigns. That's kind of what I prefer. So, there's that one. NASCAR 09. This guy, by the way, he was telling me he paid full price for all these games when they came out, so he really, I'm surprised he let it go for 20 bucks for the whole lot, because he just seemed like he was just so upset by the fact that they're not worth anything anymore, and you know, he really kind of was trying to get more money from me, but I was like, look, dude, I'm sorry, these games are going down in value, and I can't give you, if I give you full price for them, I'm going to get ripped off, because in a couple of months, it's going to go down in value. So there's that pile of 18 games I got for 20 bucks, which, man, I mean, that's great. It's a little over $1 a piece, and overall, that's really cool. So I talked about the Sega Master System. Sorry about the mess. I'm for the video, right? So the Sega Master System 2, I find that at the resale shop, find all those controllers. I'm thinking, all right, that's great. So we find all this stuff this morning, nothing really special, and we're driving around, and I'm looking at my girlfriend, and I say, you know, maybe we should go by those resale shops. You know, they open at 9. It's about 9 o'clock. We started garage selling at 7. You know, 2 hours went by, and let's go check it out. Let's see what's going on. You know, let's see if they have anything. I mean, they had something the other day. You know, they had a bunch of controllers the other day. There's got to be something in there, right? So we go to that same resale shop that I bought the Sega Master System and all those controllers from, and fucking jackpot. I walk in, and immediately I don't think there's anything there. I kind of look in the two areas I normally look, and I don't see anything, but I see this rack, and I see this big bin, and I see the words Sega CD and Sega Saturn. And I'm thinking, oh my fucking God. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. I mean, there is a lot. I didn't even buy it all, by the way. There's still a couple games over there, and I may pick them up depending on what it is. There's also a Sega Genesis arcade fight stick, like a big arcade thing for the Genesis. I really wanted that, but it was $8, which is a little more expensive than I'm used to paying at this place. This place usually prices stuff from, you know, video game controllers are usually like $2, anywhere up to $4. But this lady wanted $8, and I was like, I actually didn't have the cash on me at the time. I spent more than I normally spend at garage sales this morning. I'll go out and I'll spend about $35, and I'll come home with a shitload of stuff. Today, I had to spend about $70 to get everything that you're seeing, minus the N64 and the NES bundle. Pretty much everything else you see, I got for $75-ish, something like that. So not bad. I mean, it's, you know, it's a huge haul. I've already actually done the value of all this stuff, and it comes out to be a little over $1,000, and I'll go over why in just a second. So let me just, you know what, let me put the rare games to the side here, so you don't even worry about those. Let's just go over. So I'm walking there, and everything that you're looking at here is priced basically at $2, except for this. For some reason, I don't know why she priced Eternal Champions at $3. And I don't know why I bought it, other than the fact that I don't have it. And why not, right? $3. So I'm looking at the bin. Everything you see here was in this bin, and basically everything you're looking at is $2 or $1. So let me just go over this stuff. We got Sega Saturn games, Sega CD games, 3DO games, Atari Jaguar games. It blew my mind. I don't think I've ever found any of this stuff ever. I have never even seen a Sega Saturn game in person or a Sega CD game in person. That's how hard this stuff is to find where I'm from in Texas. So it blew my mind. Crazy stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, start another one, so it'll be 2 clips, but you guys won't notice jack crap, so don't worry about it. Alright, back again. Sorry for how dark it is. It's actually kind of cloudy outside, and I think it's going to rain, so it's hard to get any natural light in here, and my overhead light's just not bright enough. So, anyways, you know, found all that stuff at a resale shop, start going through it. My girlfriend's with me there this morning, so I am literally, it's funny, I'm just sitting there going, I want this one, and I'm handing it to her, and she's just holding this giant stack of games, and it's just hilarious. So it was funny, she was actually carrying that around, and the lady who runs the place, this is a really small resale shop, like mom and pop, right? It's not even remotely, in fact, I don't think anyone really knows about it, especially not people that buy games, which is great, because it's my honey hole. Never going to give it out unless, of course, I quit doing this. in which case, if someone really wants to know, they can, and they live around here, they can certainly get a hold of me. So let's just start. So the first thing, I start seeing these in package, brand new in the package, 3DO games, and I'm going, holy shit. Now, some of these have a little bit of box damage, like the box is kind of bent, you know, you can kind of see how it's, yeah, see, it's not the nicest, but it's new in the box, and it's just insane. I mean, it even has the security thing on it, so this is definitely new in retail packaging. I mean, this is no joke. I don't think any of these are worth a ton of money, except for the two that I'm going to go over. I think there's one that's like 30, 40, something like that, and then there's two of them that are worth a fuckload, so I'm going to go over those two. So we got Icebreaker on the 3DO, new in the package. We got Quarterback Attack, new in the package for the Panasonic 3DO, and look at that, again, the tag, the security tag right here is on there, so really cool. The wrapper's on it. I think it's cool. She marks it with prices, you know, see it says 2. But that's cool because, again, this will be taken off with alcohol and it will look brand new again. So whatever, doesn't bother me as long as it's not on a label or something that's not protected. This one's just slightly damaged right here, or it's sunk in a little bit. But other than that, it's in a really, Christ, here I am throwing stuff. Other than that, it's in really good shape. So we have right here, we have Shockwave, and I think it's called Shockwave Invasion Earth 2019 because when I price charted this, I typed Shockwave and there was like multiple ones that came up. So again, for the 3DO and new in the package. All these 3DO games are new in the package. And so here we have FIFA International Soccer. I don't think this one's worth much, but it is new in the package. Everything's there. Again, security little tag, the security tag's there, and even these little hanger things, those plastic hangers where you you know, hang things on. So cool. Again, each one $2. So then I keep going, and I picked up all of this at random, so there wasn't in any particular order, but I just figured I would do this in order by console. So then I pick up this for the Sega Saturn. I think this is one that came with the Sega Saturn because it says not for resale, so that would make sense to me. It is complete. It's Nights into Dreams. We have Panzer Dragoon. Now, unfortunately, some of these do not have the manuals. I'm a little bummed by that. But they were $2, and I still paid it because it is the actual case, and it is the disc, and the disc is in pretty good shape. So as far as I'm concerned, $2 well spent, right? The Horde. The Horde. These are all Sega Saturn, by the way. So, you know, the two... well, as you can see, obviously. Sega Saturn. The Horde. Not much about this. Also missing the front cover, but for $2, again, really cool. This one is actually new in the package. There's some minor damage to the actual cellophane wrapper, but again, it's there, man, and this is so cool to find boxed stuff. So the Soviet Strike, made by EA, and this is for the Sega Saturn as well. $2, brand new in the package. Sega CD games, we got Wild Woody. This one is complete in box with the manual and everything. Pretty cool, $2 for that as well. Dungeon Explorer. Now this one is apparently popular because I think I looked this one up and it goes for quite a bit. Again, this one's missing the front cover. Really lame, but I'm okay with that. It's alright. It was $2. Not a big deal. I'm usually really picky about it, but man, when you run across stuff like this, I'm sorry, I don't find it. I just don't find it, you know? I watch guys like CJR, and he goes, oh, I can't find any Genesis stuff. Why can't I run across any Genesis stuff? And here I am down in Texas going, what the hell, man? I can't stop seeing Sega Genesis stuff. So it's just one of those things where when I start running across these rare consoles that you don't see as often, I got real excited. So here we have Formula 1 World Championship Beyond the Limit. Also $2, complete in box with manual. Here we have a new in box, but pretty heavily damaged. I mean, this thing has got... yeah, it's not in the best shape, but it is in its wrapper. It is in the cellophane. I mean, it's there, right? So this is Battle Morph. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Nerd did a video on this. I think it might have been a Mike and James play, and I think they were bitching about, there was like a lady that pops up and says, where did you learn to fly? If I'm not mistaken, this is the same game. So that's kind of funny to run across this new in the package for $2. And so this is actually for the, well, it says Jaguar CD, but I'm not really sure because I thought the Atari Jaguar was a CD-based console, so I'm pretty sure they just put it. I think the Atari Jaguar and Atari Jaguar CD is the same thing. I'm not 100%. If I'm not right, please tell me because I'd love to know. I like to know as much as I can about games and game history. So those are a bunch of games that I gave her, and then there was also these things. Basically, this is an Atari Jaguar multi-tap. Shit, man, I didn't think I'd find this, but in the package, and it's still in the wrapper and everything. But I think it has been opened, but it's in really good shape. So that's cool. So here we have an Atari Jaguar in the box, controller in the box, that is. and it's actually in its package, but the box is open and the box is a bit damaged. You know, it's definitely not in like perfect shape. Not something I'm really proud of, but hey, considering I picked up another one that was, you know, not in the box, I'm actually quite surprised that I was even able to find this. So I figured, hey, $2, it's cool, it has the box, I want it. And then I just saw this, again, I don't know why I bought this, Eternal Champions, $3, Sega Genesis, why not? Just picked it up, you know, screw it. I don't have it in my collection. I actually enjoy collecting NES, Super Nintendo, and Genesis games. That's from when I was a kid. I never had a Genesis as a kid. Every other kid had a Genesis. I had the Super Nintendo with Super Mario World and a couple other games, you know, and I'd rent games and, you know, stuff like that, so pretty cool. So now I'm going to go over the 2 rare games that I picked up today. These suckers go for a shitload of money, and they're both new in the package, which is just amazing. So the first one I'm going to go over is Tripped. I'm going to assume it's pronounced Tripped. There's no ED, but there's an apostrophe D. Now this one also is just slightly, it's not terrible, but the box is slightly deformed, but it is new in the package. And from what I could tell on price charting and on eBay itself, these suckers go for about $350 new in the package. Wow. Up until now, the rarest game or the most expensive game I've had is World Series Baseball starring Deion Sanders on the Sega 32X. I got that during my Sega Haul, my Mega Haul video. I think I call it the Sega Haul, which, holy shit, man. I was pumped to get that. But when I learned that this sucker that I just picked up for $2 was a $350 game, holy shit. Now, of course, the value is probably not going to be that much because, again, the box itself, and I can't really give you a good, it's slightly pushed in on the back, and, you know, it's just not perfect, and people like it to be perfect. Now, this one, on the other hand, this is NBA Jam Tournament Edition on the Atari Jaguar. This sucker is new in the box, and it is in really, really good shape. I'm not 100% what this goes for, but I price charted it at about $200, so wow, holy shit. Actually, I like NBA Jam a lot. I liked it on the Super Nintendo, and I thought it was a badass game. So, anyways, man, it's been a crazy haul. If you include these 2 games and everything that I just showed you, except for the Nintendo and the NES and the N64, you know, you're looking at under $100 I paid for that stuff, and I valued it at over, like, well over $1,000. So not bad for a morning, and it's just been a really good day as far as garage sailing and thrifting has gone. So I will leave you guys at that, man. I really appreciate anyone that watches this. If not, no big deal. I do these videos just to catalog what I got and how much I paid for it. Not a big deal. Again, I'm not trying to get popular. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want. I'm just here to show you what I got, show you some really cool treasures that I found because I'm interested in video games. I'm really interested in the history of video games more than actual video games. I know it sounds crazy. I don't play all the games I collect. I really rarely play the games I collect. I know it sounds ridiculous. Like, you're thinking, what? Are you out of your mind? And yes, you are 100% right. That sounds crazy. I've played maybe, maybe 5 or 6 games that I've bought over the last 6 months. So that ought to tell you, I don't really play much, and if I do, it's on my PlayStation 4. With Grand Theft Auto 5, the remaster coming out, as well as Far Cry 4, and a couple other games coming out, I'm going to be busy as shit playing those, and I know it sounds ridiculous to be into vintage games and not play them like crazy, but when you get stuff like this, it's in the box, obviously you're not going to play it. I'm sure there's an emulator out there for the 3DO, but cool stuff. Really appreciate anyone watching. If not, whatever. Y'all have a good one. See ya.